Good evening and welcome to our Testimonial Tuesday for Tuesday, July 26, 2016. July is fast just running away. My name is Vicki Drobness and I'm a Ruby Ambassador with Plexus Worldwide. And tonight we decided that we get a lot of the same questions asked about Plexus. And so I decided to put together a little PowerPoint and go through and answer a lot of those so that if you have questions and you happen to stumble upon my YouTube page, hey, perfect place for you to go ahead and find the answers to it. So we're going to go ahead and get started. So I'm going to share my screen here. Where are my PowerPoint? There we go. There it is. Okay. So for our Testimonial Tuesdays this week, we do not have a guest. It's me. And we'll go ahead and get started. So this presentation is brought to you by independent Plexus ambassadors and is not sponsored by Plexus Worldwide. Any statements made have not been evaluated by the Food and Drug Administration. Plexus products are not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease. Plexus makes no guarantees on income, as such representations may be misleading. Your success depends on your effort, commitment, skill, and leadership abilities, and how effectively you exercise those qualities. Please see the Plexus Annual Income Disclosure Statement for more details. So, as always, whenever we start this, I ask you to think, as you're watching this, who do you know? Who do you know who would like to know more about Plexus? Who do you know who could use something of one of the products? I have always said that there is at least one product for everybody on the planet. Or who do you know that could use a few extra $100 to a life-changing income to make their lives flow more easily? So, one of the first questions that I get is, what exactly is Plexus? So Plexus is an incredible body balancer. It helps your body come into balance in several different ways. So Plexus has a line of 16 health and wellness products that focus on the three big aspects of health. And by big, I'm referring to blood sugar balance, inflammation, and gut health. Okay. So hold on a second. There we go. All right, so the three big ones: blood sugar balance, inflammation, and gut health. And it is amazing that once you get those three into balance, the body just seems to know what to do. Again, as I said, we don't claim to cure, treat, or prevent anything, but you get your body healthy, the body knows what to do on its own. So that's our first question. Life-changing products, I mentioned that there were 16 of them. So these are our 16 products that we have for all ages of your family, all stages of your family. And I have tried, I think I have tried every single one of these, love them. I have a few that I am very consistent with, others that I use as needed. But I love our products. They have made a difference. My favorite is the ProBio 5 because that's the only probiotic that I've ever had that I could tell I had taken and could make a difference. But if you want to know more about those, let's talk later. So, is Plexus a meal replacement, or do I have to eat a special diet with Plexus? Well, first of all, no, it's not a meal replacement. You get to eat real food with Plexus. And for any of you who know me, know that that has been a passion of mine for many, many years, is about eating real food, not eating processed food. Processed food is dead food. We want to be able to eat food that is alive. Okay? And what we find is that Plexus works best whenever you reduce your sugar intake. Again, blood sugar balance. And reducing your sugar intake is good for you. The amount of sugar that the average American eats is astronomical as compared to 100 years ago. We don't need to be eating that much sugar, and sugar is hidden in a multitude of processed foods. So again, just avoiding getting back on real food, and Plexus allows you to do that. But the supplements help you with the blood sugar balance, which again, once the body comes into balance, the weight tends to come into balance as well. How long does Plexus take to work? Well, everyone is different, so it can vary as the amount of time that it takes to work. For me, I noticed some things right away, but other things, it took a few months to go through and to see some changes. So everybody is different. Generally speaking, natural supplements supply your body with the nutrients it needs for normal function, but this is not an overnight process. So the longer that you have been not healthy, then the longer it may take in order to get you back to that balanced state. Anytime you start any natural products, you need to give it a minimum of 3 months. On top of those 3 months, if you've struggled with any particular issue, you need to add 1 month for every year that you've lived with that issue. So, for example, if you've dealt with a condition for 6 years, then you need to add 6 months to the 3 months just that you start with the new natural products, which ends up being 9 months. So people who take Plexus for a couple of weeks or even a couple of days and say, I didn't notice anything. People, these are not medications. Medications, you'll notice, I mean, if you take an Advil for a headache, you will notice, okay, it's going to go away. But what you don't realize is what potential damage is being done by taking these, by taking drugs. Are drugs necessary? Absolutely. There are times and places for everything. But the amount of people who rely on drugs, and I'm talking about either prescription drugs or over-the-counter drugs. We're not even going down the illegal drug route. That's something your body does not have a pharmaceutical deficiency. If your body's not healthy, it's got a nutritional deficiency somewhere, and that's where Plexus can help you with that. But understand, it's going to take some time to get those conditions back under control. And it also depends on how clean your diet has been up to that point. If you've been, well, like I mentioned, one of the things that I noticed was I noticed some things relatively quickly, but I had been eating a really super clean diet for many years beforehand. So I was not having to offset a poor diet on top of starting to do some balancing in my body. Another question that we get often is, does Plexus contain chemicals like red dye for the pink drink? And the answer to that is no. Plexus products do not contain chemicals. That our products are gluten-free, non-GMO, and naturally sourced with no artificial sweeteners and ingredients. The sweetener in the Plexus Slim is stevia. It's a natural plant. And there's not a ton of it in there. So it's not designed to be something that's going to replace sugar. It's designed to be pleasant tasting while you drink it. And I love my taste of Slim. It's something that is awesome. And I definitely have no problem drinking it 1 or 2 if needed. And the pink color comes from beetroot. So there's no artificial colors, and you can look on any Plexus product and look at the ingredients. They're right there. If you have any questions about them, you can Google those ingredients, go to PubMed. They have information about the ingredients, and you can find out what those ingredients are supposed to do. So I'm worried about detox effects. You know, I've heard about that sometimes you may have detox effects. Would I have to stay home whenever I start Plexus, or should I wait till after I'm on vacation? And the answer to that is, as the body balances itself, you may notice what some people refer to as a detox effect. So it may feel like you're coming down with something. You may not feel your best. You may have a few aches and pains that you may notice, like if you're coming down with a cold. You may notice some additional nasal discharge, that type of thing. But it's something that is temporary, and it is a sign that the products are working. Because your body's starting to get rid of the junk that's been in your cells. So you can minimize this by drinking extra water, by taking an Epsom salt bath, or by resting. And like I said, this is temporary. This may be a day or so. It is not something to where you feel like you need to stay home. It's not something to where you're going to need to take some days off. It is, I mean, we've all had the days where we just didn't feel our best, and that may be it, but it is a sign that it's working because it's getting rid of those toxins that may be in your system. So how is Plexus different from other supplement companies? And you can name a whole bunch of them. And number one, I am not going to name and I'm not going to bash another company because there's a place for all of them. But I do think that Plexus has an edge over many other companies that I've either looked at or the products that I've taken. And so I'm going to explain why. So Plexus has proven products. Simply put, our products work. And there are thousands and thousands of testimonials from people who have been taking the products and love what it's done for you, or what it's done for them. There are about 400,000, 500,000 ambassadors, Plexus ambassadors worldwide. And so if you think about it, that's, you know, close to 500,000 satisfied customers. So that would be that, and that does not talk about the customers that those ambassadors have. So if you say each ambassador has, say, 10 customers, that's a lot of happy people. And they're people, I have several customers on my team, or several customers who have been customers for, you know, coming up on 2 years, as long as I've been in Plexus. So they wouldn't be taking these things if they didn't work. And so simply put, our products work. Plexus provides an unmatched compensation plan that combines a great income opportunity to start earning money quickly, as well as long-term residual income. So you could join Plexus today and you could earn money today. And not that it gets paid today. You know, processing takes a little time, but you could have your first paycheck as early as next Friday. So that is something that Plexus does it right in order to give you several opportunities. And if you want to know more about the compensation plan, that is something to look at the video we did last week for Testimonial Tuesday, because I went through all the 11 different ways that you can get compensated with Plexus. So, but whenever you're making a decision between two companies, you need to ask the following questions. So, are the products non-GMO and gluten-free? And I've already said that Plexus products are. You want to make sure that the products are healthy for your body. Do the products have artificial sweeteners or ingredients? And again, as I shared before, Plexus products don't. And again, talking about, you need to make sure your products are, the products that you take are healthy for your body. Do the products have a money-back guarantee? Plexus has a 60-day money-back guarantee, no questions asked, empty bottle, empty package. You should hang on to your package, just if you decide that that's what you want to do, if you want to take advantage of that 60-day money-back guarantee, but no questions asked. If you're not happy with it, that's fine. Plexus will refund your money. And that says a lot. But it's also that out of all of the customers that Plexus has, and the last number that I saw for sales in a month was $50 million, only 1% of the customers ever take Plexus up on that. So again, that says a lot. For the business side, are you paid in cash or in products? And Plexus pays in cash, and that is one thing that I love. You do not get a bunch of extra products that then you have to turn around and sell or keep on hand, or to that you're buying a bunch of products in order to qualify for some type of bonus. That's not the way Plexus does things. And speaking of that, what's the volume you have to sell in order to earn commissions? With Plexus, it's $100 a month of your products or your customers' products. Either one, it is not, it's just $100 a month. So you're not having to go out and buy, say, $500 worth of products and then turn around and try and sell them in order to make a certain commission amount or to earn a certain bonus amount. It's a strict, very easy to understand compensation plan, which is one thing that I love about it, is I actually understood it, and I am not a math person, so the fact that I could understand it was wonderful. Oops, okay, and then the last question, is the company debt-free and privately owned? And Plexus is both. Now, debt-free shows that the company is not leveraging their money in such a way to where they owe it to a bank or to some other type of financing company. Privately owned is also the same way, is that you have control over how you want to run the business. It's not beholden to stockholders and what is right for them. Plexus does what's right for the company and what's right for the ambassadors. And if it's not right for the company but right for the ambassadors, no, they'll find another way. If it's right for the company but not right for the ambassadors, they'll find another way. It's got to be right for both, and they are committed to doing that. And I love that about Plexus. So, speaking of the business, how much time would I have to spend on my Plexus business? And because each person is different, the time to work your Plexus business will vary. As I mentioned in the disclosure earlier, your success depends on your effort, your commitment, your skills and leadership abilities, and how effectively you exercise those qualities. But most ambassadors find ways to work Plexus into the nooks and crannies of their day. This little device right here is a wonderful little way to be able to keep in touch, to be able to work your business. We just got back from a family trip up to Boston, and that's the way I was working my business. I was able to answer questions and to respond to people with my smartphone. And I didn't even have to take my laptop with me, which I love that, especially going through security. I didn't have to pull it all out. It was very easy. And that is the great thing about Plexus, is you don't have to have special things. You don't have to have brochures. There are, I mean, I think they're handy, but you don't have to have them. Send somebody a link to your website. They can see the same exact information. Do I have to carry inventory or give parties with Plexus? And I kind of already announced that about the inventory, but no, that's the wonderful thing about Plexus, is that everything can be handled through your replicated website. Everybody gets the same website. It's customized to you. It has your name and your contact information on it. But there's nothing that you have to have on hand. You don't have to go give parties. You don't even have to do Zooms like I do here. I like to do this. This is a fun thing for me. I used to be a high school teacher. This is another way of teaching. It's just presenting information. So I happen to enjoy it. There are people that like doing what we call sip and sees or health and wellness events, and that's totally cool. But you're not obligated to do that. You don't have to go there in order to, you don't have to have a vendor booth somewhere. You can choose to do that. You don't have to, and that's the wonderful thing about Plexus. And you're not having a bunch of inventory, and your customers love that, because they know that whenever they order something from Plexus, they're getting the freshest product sent to them. It hasn't sat in somebody's garage, and in the heat that we've had across the United States this past week, hasn't sat there and had a chance to go bad or to not be as effective because it's sat in the heat. It's been stored properly, and it gets shipped out, and you get it within 2 to 3 days. You know, how cool is that? So this is probably my favorite question of all whenever somebody asks me, is how do I get started? So it's really super simple to get started with Plexus. You can start your business for as low as $34.95, and that is your membership fee. And then you have the option of welcome packs, which are 2 product packages of $99 or $199 upon enrollment. So you get to choose those, and these are full-size products. These are not sample products. These are full-size products for you to use, because we want you to be a product of the product. That's how you know what to tell somebody about what the products are doing. You have firsthand experience. That's what makes, excuse me, what makes Plexus different, and why our owners don't want it on the shelves at a Walmart, Walgreens, CVS, whatever, because those products sitting on a shelf, they don't tell a story. And stories are important for people to understand and connect. And that part is, I love that about Plexus. And again, you can get it within a couple of days, and you have a 60-day money-back guarantee. I don't know of too many stores that do that. So whether you're trying to make extra monthly income to help with a car payment, or you want to earn an extraordinary income, Plexus provides you with an opportunity to achieve your dreams based on your skills and efforts. So as I mentioned, the welcome packs, here's a picture of the welcome pack. So these are the ones we have, like the triplex, absolutely best combo there is. Then we have some other products, the accelerator. We have a Mega X and X Factor. Again, if you want to know more about it, talk to me, talk to the ambassador, invite you to tune in. But we also have 2 brand new welcome packs. And oh my gosh, it's almost would be wonderful to be able to join again, to be able to get these welcome packs. But this is a one-time thing, and these are products that are below wholesale. And I haven't done the numbers on these because they just came out a couple of weeks ago. But from what I've seen, this is significant savings. So you have our Block and Edge, 2 new products that people are loving. I absolutely love these 2 products. And so getting the Slim Block and Edge, great combination. Or to get a package of all of the products. And these, I take every single one of these products here. So you have your triplex, which is your Slim, Probio 5, and BioCleanse, the Block and the Edge, and then the X Factor. And then you do get a sample pack so that you can share it with somebody. And that's really cool to be able to have that. So if somebody wants to try it, you've got something you can go ahead and share with them. So one of my favorite quotes by Harvey Mackay, a successful person is usually an average person who took a chance. So let's get you started today. If you're watching this on the recording, talk to me about this. Let's get you started so that you can see how Plexus can help you with whatever your goals are, health or financial, because they will help both. So I'm going to stop my share here and see if there are any questions on there. I see some other people have joined us, some of my Plexi friends. Love seeing these lovely ladies. Again, I do have to say, I mean, I love all the perks of Plexus, the compensation plan. I did not want to spend time on that one since I just did that last week. But the amount of friendships that I've made and the contacts and it's amazing. That part has been the best one. I got to see some of my team this past weekend in Boston. We had a wonderful time getting to crisscross the coast. Saw Pauline last month, and so I was on the West Coast last month, on the East Coast this month, and still getting to share Plexus and talk with people. So, any questions? All right. So I do want to open it up because I see that I have mostly ambassadors here. Is there any frequently asked question that you get that you would like to either share your answer or to have an answer for that?
What does it taste like? People usually ask.
Oh, good. That's a good question. Well, so, the Slim is to me tastes like a cherry Tootsie Pop. It's kind of a pomegranate berry flavor. I think it's very pleasant. I certainly have no problem drinking it down. Some people everybody's tastes are different, just like, there's certain foods I don't like that Isabel may like. So if you want to change it a little bit, you can add in lemon juice. You can make it, add it to sparkling water. There are a bunch of different varieties of things that you can do. But I definitely love the taste of Slim. The taste of the Plexus 96 is there's a chocolate and a vanilla whey protein shake, grass-fed whey. And again, chocolate vanilla, pretty good tasting. Again, sweetened with stevia. And other than that, I think those are, the kids' chewable vitamins to me taste like grape sweet tarts. And so those are really, I think, am I missing one that has a taste to it? The rest of them are capsules, right? I'm just trying to think. Okay. Yeah. So, but the Slim, it is certainly not hard to get down. I certainly love the taste of the Slim. And the number of things that I have drank in the interest of being a healthier person, the Slim tastes far better than most of those. I have drank some things that I would have called swamp water, but this one, so the Slim is very pleasant. Good question. Anybody else have a question that you get asked all the time? Okay. Oh yeah, Pauline. Hold on, let me unmute you. Where's Pauline? Yes, ma'am.
Hi. Sometimes people ask if I could just take one product, which one should I take?
Ooh, good question. I think it depends on what they are dealing with. If they are dealing with some blood sugar balance issues, then definitely the Slim. That would be one that I would say you would definitely want to take. If they are dealing with gut problems, then I would say you would definitely want to take the ProBio 5, although I would say the ProBio 5 and BioCleanse together because those really work as partners for the best results on that. If you're looking for more energy, love the Edge. Absolutely love the Edge. And let's see, what else? I'm trying to think of, if you want to get started with Plexus, maybe money's a little tight right now, but hey, we can show you how that you can get your products paid for. But if, say money's a little tight and you just want to go ahead and get started with something, start with whenever your vitamins run out. Most people take some form of a multivitamin. Try our X Factor. Get started with that. You run out of your fish oil. Try the Mega X. And you run out of a protein shake. Give the 96 a try. So there are a bunch of different ways. I think, let's see, out of our products, there are 13 or 14 of them that are under $35. So the Slim is probably what you would consider I don't want to say the most expensive because for what it does, I mean, I'm saving far more on supplements than what I used to spend whenever I would go get them at Whole Foods, Vitamin Shop, or whatever. But I would say the Slim would probably be among a higher priced product. But for everything else that you can get, there are, I think it's about 13 products that are $35 and under. And you're getting what you pay for. You can go get a vitamin over at Walmart, sure. but there have been studies shown that those are not always what they say they have in them. And, you know, do you necessarily want to buy your vitamins by the same place that you can go buy cat litter? You know, you know, I mean, or, you know, go buy tires. I mean, I kind of like to think I'd like to buy my stuff from a company that is focused on health. So just a way to think about that.
Yeah.
Good question. Any others? All right. Well, thank you all for asking some more questions, because I had a whole bunch of them, but there's no way to really kind of cover everything, but I want to hit the high points, the ones that I get asked the most. So again, thank you all for tuning in and for being here and watching. If you're watching this after I get it uploaded to my YouTube channel, and if you have stumbled across this and you haven't talked with anybody about Plexus, then give me a call. I'll have my contact information on there. But if you have talked with somebody about Plexus, go back to that person and talk to them again, because they want to help you. They've shared Plexus with you because they care. They're not trying to just sell something just to get some money. That's the one wonderful thing I love about Plexus is we share because we care about your health, and we want you to feel as good as we do. And the nice thing about Plexus is that they compensate us for doing that. The same way as if you go into Walmart and go ask the pharmacist for something, they're going to be compensated for that as well. It's everything is sales in some form or another. And it's just about sharing what works for you. And Plexus, like I said, has proven track records to be able to share with confidence. So thank you for joining us. We will see you next week, and everybody have a wonderful evening, and go Plexus. Good night.